It's the time of year that everyone looks forward to, where the best dirt bike racers in the world meet the Hidden Valley Golf Course in the hills of West Virginia, and it only happens at round 4 of the Kenda Full Gas Sprint Enduro Series.
As we free fall.
Entering this round, FMF KTM's Kailub Russell holds a 36-point lead over Rockstar Husqvarna's Duvall, who looks to score big in his home state of West Virginia. Sitting third in season points is FMF KTM's Josh Toth, who scored his first full gas overall at the last round in Tennessee. That race featured a ton of rocks and slick conditions which the Connecticut native thrives in. With rain and more rocks in the forecast and a wave of momentum behind him, we very well could see the rookie pressuring the veterans for another overall.
So the first 2 rounds I got 4th place, but I was like within seconds of being on the podium or 2nd place and not far off the lead, but now round 3 I was able to get the overall. So I mean, it just shows how close you are to being at the top, and off the final step of the podium is just so close. Every round I've been 3rd. I feel like I really need to work on my Saturdays. I feel like I'm a slow starter, and I've always been that way growing up from 65s till now. I feel like it really takes me an hour to really get going, even at the GNCC. So to come here, you know, I've been trying to work on it the last 2 weeks of going out and being cold and still having that speed to win a test right off the bat. You know, Kailub's really good about sprinting the first couple tests, and he sometimes catches us really off guard. So I gotta be on top of that. I gotta remember that in the back of my head. I gotta be strong. I gotta be, you know, mentally and physically ready to push that envelope the first couple tests on Saturday and go from there.
Yeah, checking it out, it's pretty cool, and it's nice and rolling hills. So the test, the cross test looks like a blast, and the enduro test looks really cool too, just because it's so technical and it's going to separate times, and it's going to be really easy to lose time, but also, you know, you can make up 5-8 seconds pretty easily, I would say, just by, you know, having a good test and someone having a bad one, but it also can hurt.
As we free fall.
Defending Full Gas Series champion Josh Strang came out swinging in the opening rounds of the season, battling with Kailub Russell for race wins. However, round 3 saw the Aussie struggling with bike setup and the technical conditions. Strang will be looking for redemption this weekend as he seeks his first win of the 2019 season.
This is round 4 of the Full Gas this weekend, and the first 2 races went really well. New season, new bike, was good, and then the last round just struggled a little bit with some bike setup and just had an off weekend really. So I was real disappointing, but I mean, they happen, and yeah, that was a bummer for sure, because I'd been feeling good and just had a bad couple of days.
This weekend marks the halfway point of the season, which is where mistakes can be costly, and championship hopes have the potential to go up in flames.
We are day number 1, Glen Daniel, West Virginia. These riders are looking to take to the cross test for the first time of the weekend, but this is no ordinary cross test. These riders are going out to the golf course to see who can put down the fastest time over 18 holes. Kawasaki boys seem to be on a tear this weekend. Jordan Ashburn picked up the first test win of day number 1 and remains in striking distance of taking the win. Our round 3 winner, Josh Toth, has held the overall lead throughout the day, but in the very final test of day 1, Kailub Russell is going to move from 3rd to 1st, bumping Josh Toth down to that 2nd place spot.
Starts to push through. Hold on to as we fall.
The The sun rises over the hills and shines a light on the Hidden Valley Golf Course for day number 2. As this track continues to dry out, the heat and the dust are no doubt going to play a role in today's racing. Let's see how it all pans out. Our season-long Pro 2 battle continues to be one to watch as Mike Witkowski and Evan Smith are both pushing the limits on these 250s, trading test wins throughout the weekend. Thad Duvall came into day 2 knowing he was behind in the overall, and he is riding like it today as he sweeps all 3 enduro tests on day 2 by a hefty margin. That's going to send him into 2nd place overall on the weekend. When racing against the clock, Kailub Russell proves that consistency is key. He takes just 2 out of 12 test wins over the weekend, but staying right there around the top spot gives him the overall victory once again here at round number 4.
It was last year when we came out, I think the conditions were fairly good. This weekend they're a little dusty, but man, I still had a blast. I think everyone else could say the same thing, you know. So as far as that goes, it was good. And the weekend for me was fairly good. Saturday I feel like I should have won Saturday. I crashed, I think right on camera. First enduro test at the end of the creek, and I lost what I thought was quite a fair bit of time, and I was able to get it back, and I think I only missed winning the day by 3 or 4 seconds or something.
Went and did my homework last night and then changed some stuff on my bike and actually changed the rear tire over. Crazy how something can make such a big difference. And yeah, came out today and then just rode like I know how, and ended up winning the day and won, I think, at least 3 of the tests. So yeah, it was a way much better day.
Weekend was tough. I don't even know how, managed to win day 1 by like 0.02 of a second. Toth went down, and on the last enduro test, I think I was down like 4 seconds on him, but he was killing me yesterday in that test. The first 2 times through, so I wasn't too hopeful of winning the day, and the guys behind us, top 4 of us were within a second of each other. So yeah, I went really hard in that last one and managed to sneak out the day win, and made a few changes and rode a little bit better today. But yeah, it was technical, it was tough. I didn't have it this weekend, to be honest with you.